everyone. First off, I want to apologize if you hear some background noise. I'm in the guest bedroom and the living room's like right there, right in front of me, and you're going to be hearing some Fox News. Oh. Anyways, that's over with. Little disclaimer, these videos aren't a poor me, look at me type thing. It's just me trying to show healthy people what spoonies go through, and I'm going to be calling people with chronic illnesses spoonies because of a lady who wrote the spoon theory, because it just fits. It fits, it's easy, and even though the story was about lupus, it does cover majority of chronic illnesses. So, me being a sufferer of HS, migraines, PCOS, arthritis, depression and anxiety, it fits, okay? Especially someone who has multiple chronic illnesses like I do, spoonies is just easier. Another disclaimer is that I'm not trying to get famous. You know, I just think people need to see what's going on, what people's lives are like when they have extra steps to take and what they have to go through just to go and meet that person for, say, a cup of coffee. I am going to be talking about a few things, and I know I promised I'd show y'all what it's like, but there's just some things I can't show you. The timing, there's no timing in it. Which leads me to today's topic is etiquette and disabilities. I want to tell you the do's and don'ts with people who use devices to get around or stuff like that. I have been in a wheelchair, a walker, temporarily crutches, which I'll never go back to, and a cane, varying on my pain levels. I've had a few things happen to me. I've seen a few things happen to other people, and it's just, I think it's a good topic to talk about in this mini video series. I can't really show you because it's not happening right now, so it's just one of those things that have to be talked about. And you're gonna have to excuse my appearance today. I didn't go full out. We had someone drop by the house and I had to dash into the bathroom and take care of my werewolf issue and hide that really fast. So this is just 2 layers of makeup, a little red lipstick, and just some green eyeliner. So, let me share you my experiences and then I'll tell you the do's and don'ts. When I was on my walker, and let me just say this first, and I'm trying to curb my swearing for these videos so you can share this with everyone and not worry about getting flack for it. But I'm just gonna say this. Some people are demonic dicks. Okay? Let's just get that right out of the way right now. They're just demonic dicks. And you'll see why with a few of my experiences with this. And I warn you, this is probably going to be a lengthy video. Okay, so when I was 12, just after my hip got pinned back in, I was just getting out of the wheelchair and I was on a walker, and my nana and I lived with my nana. Excuse me, it's cold here. So you're gonna be here sniffing, I'm sorry. Me and my nana, we're coming out of Food for Less, which was Food for Less at the time. It's now Food Max. And she was pushing the basket and I was straggling behind on the walker because I literally just was then getting out of my wheelchair. I wasn't fast enough, and those manual walkers, they make a great workout, let me tell you this. Okay, they're not like one of those little pushy types that have the seats where you can sit down. No. You had to actually lift this thing to move, basically. So, we're coming out of the store, and we're in the crosswalk, and we're heading to her car, and this truck came out of nowhere, and he gunned his engine. He aimed for me. Thankfully, I was able to get out of the way fast enough, but we called him a few choice names. He stopped the truck, backed up, he was like, "What?" and repeated it. And he's like, "Oh." And then he slammed off again. Yeah. That was my first experience being disabled and someone being a dick. That wasn't fun, and that was scary. I swear, if I had been a second later, I would have had to go back to the hospital and get my hip redone again, and it would have been much, much worse. Much worse. Okay. Second time, years later, I think, this is when my hip was starting to get bone on bone, and, I was at Walmart, and, I, was using my cane, and I was checking out these orchids in the flower display at Walmart, and, this guy, he came zooming by on a bike, right? I mean, this cane, you could tell, this wasn't a concealed, cane. This was my uncle's cane, so it was masculine. It was bright. You could see I was using it for support. And this guy comes zooming by and shoves me into the flower pot. Of course, my Nana went all mama bear, and we were both chewing him out, and he just turned around and flipped us off. Needless to say, I was stuck in bed for 2 weeks after that because of the pain. Handicap parking. Now, this is my gigantic peeve. Really, really gigantic peeve. My uncle was paralyzed from the waist down, so I was already on that one before my disabilities, and just people gave him a whole bunch of crap, or leaving notes on there, even though he was in the handicap zone and parked where he was supposed to be, and it was just, it was a mess. But anyways, this one time I'd gotten out of physical therapy. I was in my granddad's truck. My Nana was, her sciatica was acting up, so she was using my walker. Both her and my granddad were in Lucky's. I was in pain, so I was just kicking out in the car, in the back seat. And, I think I was reading a book. I don't remember. I was probably reading a book. And, this lady, she pulls in right beside me in the no parking zone where it's striped, where you're supposed to be able to park over if you need to get your wheelchair or walker out, or, the handicap zone. Those little lines right there that says no parking, that's next to the handicap sign. Yeah, please don't park in those. Please. I mean, unless you have a handicap sticker, license plate, card, whatever. Just don't. I don't care if it's for a second, because within that second, a handicapped person who could really need that spot might come around. Moving on to what happened. I thought maybe she got like a phone call, so she had to pull in real fast. Okay, fine. No problem. Wasn't gonna harass her or anything. And then, all of a sudden I saw her primping. I'm like, okay. And then when she opened her door, that's when I spoke up. And I was very, very polite. I'm like, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm so sorry, but you can't park there." I mean, this lady was like this close. And my Nana was in a walker, so she needed a wide space to open the truck door. Okay? And she's like, "What do you mean I can't park here?" I said, "Ma'am, this is the handicap zone." And she just started getting all indignant. I'm like, "Ma'am, please look down and see those stripes. My Nana needs to be able to get in this car. And you're parked where the door needs to open." And she just got like really indignant. Just like, "I can't believe you're doing this to me." And for the record, if she had not moved her truck, I would have called it in. anyways, when she pulled that, that's when I kind of raised my voice a little bit because she had her window up. She was moving her truck, but I was explaining to her, you know, what those stripes were for, why I was asking her to move, and how much she would have been fined if she hadn't moved. And she was chewing me all the way up. She was like, well, if your Nana is sick and in the store, why aren't you with her? Hello? I'm not riding shotgun, so obviously there's a driver, and if the driver's not in the driver's seat, there's obviously someone else in the store. There's no need to have 3 people in the store, especially when I just got out of physical therapy and I'm hurting like a dog. It's just, you know, and then, you know, it's just, ugh. But anyway, she was just yelling at me all the way to the front of the store, and this one lady came by and apologized. She's like, I am so sorry on behalf of that lady. I can't believe some people. It's just, word of advice, if you're not handicapped, if you're not transporting someone who's handicapped, don't park there. It will save the drama. Okay? And it will save the frustration of a handicapped person trying to get in the store, get what they need, and get out. And a reminder that not all, even though they have, excuse me, they have the sticker, they have the license plate, they have the doctor's note, not every illness is visible. Okay? Yeah, when I had my hip, before my hip replacement, and my leg was 4 inches shorter and turned around, yeah, you could tell. With me. You can tell. So, you could really tell, okay? Now that my hip's fixed and in the correct position, in the right length, now, it's a little harder. Except on my bad days when I'm really hunched over with back pain. And just keep that in mind, you know? Let's see, I've had some people try to shove me out of the way when I was in my wheelchair, or when I was in the scooter at Walmart. By the way, the scooters at Walmart, they got some torque. Seriously. It makes like the other scooters look like a granny mobile. So, the scooter part, I did kind of get a little irritated and kind of got a little bit of revenge. I know, I'm sorry, I'm bad, but it just... Anyways, so, story about the scooter, I was, in Walmart. The aisle was blocked with a lot of people. It was busy, and, and I had this skinny, preppy chick trying to shove me out of the way and scoot by. She finally managed to get her bony butt by. And, of course, I was on the phone with my girl when I was waiting for my, for the aisle to clear up so I can get by. And, of course, she encouraged me. Okay, I admit it. She encouraged me. And you don't have to encourage me very much when it comes to something humorous. I have a twisted mind, decent sense of humor. It's what's kept me alive, okay? You have to have a decent sense of humor when you have so many problems with your body. You do. And, so I decided to rev up the cart, and yeah, bullseye. Right in the ankles, right in the butt. So I played it off, so I was just, I'm sorry, I don't know how to drive this thing. You're right. But thankfully I got out of the fight doing that. Which brings me to etiquette. Okay? Etiquette. When you see someone with a cane or a walker or a wheelchair or a scooter or any device that's helping them get around, it's not okay to touch it without their permission. You know, that's what's most likely holding them up. When you try to push someone in a wheelchair out of the way, that's like touching their body. Okay, it would be like, say, if you're a woman, it'd feel like someone grabbing your boob. I've been there, like I just explained. It feels like a violation to the person. So, you want to respectfully, if they're in the way, you want to get their attention respectfully and just say, excuse me, you know, I need to get by, or I need to see this item, or something like that. don't ever, ever, ever touch their devices. Because it just feels like someone's grabbing a part of your body. Let's see. Oh, Walmart a couple years ago. Some guy tried to grab me at Walmart. This is nothing new. I don't know if it's like, if I have an invisible tattoo on me that says creeps come grab me. I don't know. It's just something I've dealt with since I was a child. I just don't know why. You know? So, I was so used to having my cane in my right hand that it was my leg to me. I didn't have a right hand. I had another leg. And I didn't think when this guy tried to grab me to use it as a weapon. Even though I used to play softball. And I didn't think to use it. You know, this hand was full of my wallet and keys and cell phone. That one was full with my cane. And here was this creeper trying to get me out of Walmart. So, short story is I outsmarted him and reported it to the manager. The manager followed me around the store while I grabbed what else I needed and checked me out and walked me to my car. There's been security around that place ever since, thankfully. But, you know, it's just a part of your body. You don't even think about it anymore if you've used it for long enough. So, just do yourself a favor. Don't touch it. For the do's, say hi. Be nice. Be polite. Don't slam the door in their face. You know, if their hands are full, it costs like $0 to be polite and nice. And trust me, if you say hi, if you hold the door open for them, it'll make their day. When I was at the local market down the road, getting some meat from our local butcher, and these couple of cute cowboys, and saw me struggling with the basket. You know, they went and they straightened out the basket for me, picked up my meat order, put it in the basket, and actually when I checked out, they held the door open for me. I was just flabbergasted. It's like, whoa, there's still nice people in the world. What is this? I'm not used to this. I'm used to having doors slammed in my face when I have my arm full and struggling with the door and no one not giving a crap, not helping, not doing anything. And I'm not begging for help, but every once in a while, it's nice. It's nice to get a smile. It's nice to get a hi or a how are you doing or something like that. But that's etiquette. You know, just be somewhat considerate. You know, that's basically all us spoonies ask. You know, so when we call and we cancel and say we can't make it, it's true, we can't make it. We're sick, we're drained, we maybe have pushed ourselves too much the previous day. Or with me, sometimes I get a surprise migraine or my back is just killing me. Or I'm having a side effects to medication because with HS I do have to, every once in a while when my lesions get infected, I do have to take antibiotics. And they do mess with my stomach a lot. And it's not pretty. Yeah. You know, just be nice. You know, that's basically it. Just be nice. I think my next video will be talking about body modifications and chronic illnesses, because obviously I have some. Nickname. I have about 6 tattoos in total. A couple years ago I tried to get my ears pierced, and I'll be talking about that. Let's see what else. Topics. If there's any questions or anything I might have missed, you know, I know my story won't be exactly like yours. I know some things will be similar, some things will be different. Maybe you have better tricks and tips. You know, just comment. Comment and I'll answer anything. And I think I will be doing the Get Ready With Me video for the PCOS edition and HS edition. Obviously with HS, my party's downstairs, so I'm not going to show you that. I will ask you, however, to Google HS or hidradenitis suppurativa, stage 2, groin. Look that up and you'll basically get the gist of what I'm going through, or what other people who suffer from this are going through. Okay, so I hope your holidays are good, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.